Hi, what's up everyone? Welcome to my video for 5. I have wanted to do this for a long time. Ever since I first did Kino, I wanted to just do the maps in order, but to be honest, 5 is probably one of the hardest maps to learn in all of Zombies, so this took a little while. I want to, preface, I don't know if that's the right word, preface. I want to start this video by saying this is not, the best high round strategy out there. I'm specifically making this for beginners. Let's say, you want to get around 100 on 5. This is your first time starting high rounds on 5. You want to get around 100, right? You don't want to do the fastest strategy in the game because it's probably harder. This is what I believe to be the best strategy for beginners. It's not the slowest thing in the world. It's actually pretty fast. It's really fast. Not the fastest, still really fast. And it's decently easy to learn compared to like other stuff. So, you're going to have a low round strat, maybe a mid round strat, and then a high round strat. So, for your low rounds, you want to use your Mustangs, you want to use your ray gun, and you want to use the crossbow. You could also do stuff like buying claymores and stuff, because that's, really just in your early rounds, you want to be using whatever you can get your hands on to deal damage to zombies. And, Mustang and Sally is great for that. But it's hard to use it on 5 without killing yourself, so that's kind of what the crossbow is for. So for your early rounds, you want to camp in the labs, in the room with the grenades in it, and it's very specific, right? At first, what I thought was you want to stand kind of close to the doorway so that you will only get zombie spawns in front of you. But the problem is, if you're standing in the hallway, you're gonna have zombies spawning from like every hallway nearby. But if you stand like inside the room facing towards the hallways, you're gonna have only spawns coming from in front of you. It's kind of weird, but once you get once you get the hang of it, it's pretty easy. Basically, up until round 30-ish, you probably want to be using only ray gun. And if you start getting pushed back, let's say you have to reload or you don't want to deal splash damage to yourself, so you're not going to shoot the ray gun, you can move back in that room a little bit without getting any spawns. You can kind of train in that little square if you need to. Past round 30 up to round 50-ish, which is when how long you want to push this strategy. Up until about round 50, what you're going to want to do is shoot the crossbow somewhere, just against a wall. And then while all the zombies are kind of far away from you, shoot the Mustang and Sally a few times, right? That way, you're getting a good amount of kills, you're not wasting ammo, and, you're not killing yourself from splash damage every time you shoot. If you're getting low on ammo, stuff like that, you might want to start reverting back to the claymores. There's pretty much never going to be a time where you're going to be literally 0-0 on all of your guns. There might come a time before round 50 where you're 0-0 on one of your guns, but let's say you run out of Mustang and Sally ammo, you can just shoot the crossbow and then, shoot with the ray gun. Or, let's say you're out of crossbow ammo, you can just shoot do ray gun only, right? So it gets a little tricky past round 40, but it's not too bad to hold that room.
Alright, so for this next part, I recorded this, but I was really slow whenever I did it. I kept fucking stuttering and I don't know, I'm stupid. This next part, you just need to know how to set windows. Basically, every time you start the map, or if you hit the bottom elevator, or if you go through the teleporter during a bonfire sale, it's gonna randomize what windows in spawn are active. There's 6 windows in spawn. Only 4 of them will spawn zombies, 2 of them will be closed, and you want to constantly be hitting the elevator over and over and going back to spawn to check. Make sure that the door, or the barrier right to the right of the Olympia is closed, and the barrier that is on the left side of the clock's wall is closed. That's it. Now I'm going to switch to the high round strategy. Alright, so this is where I'm going to start to do the high round strategy. As you can see, I'm on YouTube right now. That's because I recorded
gameplay of me doing a strategy, but I guess the file can't corrupt it because whenever I stopped recording.
You're gonna want to stand sort of on the, facing the clocks right here, but standing on the right side-ish. And, your goal, you can't really tell. There's zombies there. It's a little bit low quality, though. I might be able to... Oh, I can turn this up to 1080. Oh, it's still not really 1080. But, as you can see, he just got hit in the back right there. You want to start making it into this little hallway area before... Not before zombies hit you, but like... You want to start making your way over here, either whenever you get hit in the back, or whenever zombies coming from here, or maybe this window on the side, get to this sort of imaginary line. Because you don't want these zombies to get up here. When you want to get over here, you're just going to get cornered, right? So you want to make... You don't want to go here too early, but you want to go here before the zombies get there. So he makes his way over, and then what you're going to notice, instead of just walking over, he's going to stall a little bit, just stopping to shoot the MPL. Still turning around to shoot, and then, this part specifically I want to slow down for it, doing a little bit of a horde up in this Olympia room. As you can see, this window right here will let you see some of the zombies at some point, right? So that can tell you, and also you can see through this door, but that can tell you if you're ready to hit the trap, because at this point, if you're standing right here and you run and hit the trap, some of these zombies back here will make their way over. They won't go in the room. They'll go behind this wall, and then they'll meet you right here, and you won't have anything to do. So it's important that you stall in this room before you, you know, hit the trap. So he's gonna stand kind of close to it, then hit the trap and walk through it. I'm gonna turn this up to normal speed. As soon as you see that last zombie walk through the trap, or even a little bit before, that zombie didn't even walk through the trap all the way, but you know it's going to in a second, so it doesn't really matter. You're gonna run and you're gonna start making your way back to this area, and then once you're here, you're gonna do that horde up again. I'm not gonna slow it down and pause this time because I've already narrated it. So he doesn't want the zombie to get in that hallway. He'll go first. Stalling a little bit, not going directly ahead, just waiting. Whenever you don't have MPL ammo, it's a good idea to hold out the crossbow because, just in case you get cornered. Then, alright, he's hit the trap with the horde behind him. Then he runs another horde through the trap. Now this is basically the third horde up, and this one's gonna go differently. He's gonna stand right here, sort of in the middle of the room, and then make his way around the wall to lead those zombies that respawn behind into the trap. The reason why you want to do that is, yeah, I mean, you're just killing some of the respawning zombies with the trap, but specifically running around this wall instead of just jumping through the trap, it doesn't really matter. I've noticed it's a little bit easier to horde up once the trap ends. I don't know why. I think it's because the zombies don't die quite as fast. Something along those lines. But you're gonna do that, and some of these zombies that will respawn, alright, hold on, let me go back. This is a little bit tough. You once you realize that the trap is over, right, you need to be mindful of zombies coming through over there at Speed Cola. You can see them through this window. Mindful of zombies coming through that window behind that wall, and this one window that's out of frame. You need to make sure you have two priorities. Your number one priority is don't get cornered, obviously. Your number two priority is get to the other hallway as fast as you can. So basically you're looking for the safest way to make your way over without, you know, slowly crawling over there. You want to find a fast path. So as you can see, this zombie is here, which he's duplicated into 3 zombies now. Obviously hold your crossbow out. A lot of times you won't have a zombie coming through this window as long as you run around the wall to kill that third horde of zombies, right? If you just jump through the trap after letting zombies respawn, sometimes you will have a zombie here, at least from what I've noticed while doing this strategy. As you can see, he's going to make his way over with the crossbow. Sometimes you're going to get a few zombies coming out of this window. Shouldn't really be a big deal. You can usually just go around them because there's never going to be more than 2 there from, you know, what I've noticed. You want to make your way over. Don't hit the trap. He got close enough to hit the prompt, but don't hit the trap yet. You want to make your way around, and as you can see, you had one zombie coming through this little speed cola barrier, right? So just, you know, be mindful of that. So make your way sort of down the hallway, right? Because the idea is you want to hit the trap, right? But you want to have pretty much all of the zombies behind you, because if they're not going to run through the trap. They're going to do a different path to get to you, and then they're not going to die. But at this point, you see most of the zombies are behind him. There's one that might corner him. You know, hopefully not. He jumps through. Sometimes doing that little, like I've had to do this a few times, going between this zombie and the wall, it can be dangerous sometimes because you don't realize whenever you're going over here, all of a sudden this zombie starts pathing to you and all of a sudden you're stuck right here. So my advice would be move to the right as late as you can, because if you start moving to the right, it's going to path as close to the wall as possible. So make your way towards it, then go right. He's going to hit the trap and then buy MPL ammo, obviously. But what's important to realize is that he's going to start to leave this hallway, right? You can look through this window. Once the last zombies die, you immediately need to run over with the MPL out to go faster to put a board on this window, right? If you put the board on that window too late, some of these zombies, like some of these zombies back here, assuming I'm at this spot, I go hit this window, right? One of these zombies will decide, uh-oh, that's not the fastest path to get to the player. It's going to turn around and go through this door and it won't die. So it's important to make sure, kill the last zombie and then go hit this barrier. You only need one there. Then, without going past this door, because you don't want zombies to respawn in there, and they seem to respawn in there less whenever you're out actually on this carpet instead of on this sort of tile, you're going to see a respawner or two come in there. And then you want to sort of do a little tiny horde up. Just sort of making your way around. Once you have about 5 zombies that come from that door, and then you're going to see more flooding in from the left side, right? Sometimes you might have a zombie respawning coming through this door, but usually whenever you're stalling in here for a while, zombies are going to keep respawning over here, because if they do respawn here, they'll die anyway. So over time, most of them will be over here. Then you can just run and jump through it again. Now, once you've jumped through the trap, right, now you actually have the electric thing. The first time you went through the trap, it didn't do that. Now you have this little electric effect. You're going to want to put, like, a few barriers right next to the MPL. And then probably 1 or 2 at this barrier. But mainly your idea, once you're at this point, this is a good frame. You need to train in this square, which seems pretty difficult, but it's consistent once you practice. The best way to do this is to put a bunch of barriers on that window before zombies get there, and once they actually do start getting into that room, you want to make, you know, these sort of circles, and then put a barrier down when you get close to this window. So he will probably do that here. He's going to start going around, right? This sort of, what would you say, counterclockwise? He doesn't want the zombies to leave quite yet. He's going to put another barrier down. Or maybe he doesn't. Actually, I don't think he does, because he's about to leave the trap. But if you did go in that room early where the trap wouldn't turn off that quick, you would want to put another barrier there so you can make another circle. But also it's important, you don't want to have a bunch of zombies respawning whenever the trap's off and then blocking you here. So after about 1 circle, that's usually going to be good. Unless, you know, for example, you can see just now that there was a zombie. I think through this window you can see, I can't land on it, but you just saw there was a zombie coming through there. If that one was a little bit more early and it started to block you, you would want to make another circle. You wouldn't want to try to force yourself through there. Putting that barrier on that window did help him out a little bit, because that zombie didn't make it up to him yet. So that's why you do put that window there. And at this point, you're just restarting the strategy from where you started with. So I can just play it in normal again. You're basically shooting zombies with the MPL. The reason why you're doing that is because you want to make points. I don't know if I ever said that. You're not just doing that for no reason. So here's actually a good example. Now that I'm just talking, one zombie has gone. You know, he didn't really. He was starting to get forced down right here. He couldn't turn back around, but there's one zombie here. So what do? What you do is you can actually take that zombie and run it through the trap again, just like that, and then make your way back to where you start the horde, right? That is not really going to change the strategy at all, but you're getting to that horde up spot a little bit late, so it might be harder, basically. So you want to have all the zombies behind you, but it's not like, you know, gonna ruin your game if you don't. Yeah, that's pretty much it. If you do, you know, need more gameplay of this strategy, I will leave this video in the description, right? That's about it. Thanks for watching. I have a few helpful links in the description, so you could always check that out. Yeah, that's it.